Well, Northern Nomadic Disabled Persons Organization, NONDO, is running a peace procession caravan from Nairobi to Kajiado via Athi River, Kitengela, and Isinya. Through this initiative, NONDO will address election and resource-based conflicts and other skirmishes as causes of disability and devastating complications for those already with disabilities. In studio, I'm joined by two NONDO activity participants and organizers, Julius Sazia and Judy Nobene, to give us a better understanding of their noble cause. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Let me start with you, Judith, on the scope. What is NONDO all about?
NONDO is a Northern Nomadic Disabled Organization that is based at, it is started at Isiolo. And ever since, we've been joining by other nomadic counties to spearhead the cases of disabilities and to reduce as much as possible the causes of disability. The main thing is to enhance peace and to create an enabling environment, a social interaction for people with disabilities from other counties and from various disabilities to interact and be one thing at the common.
Okay. Julius, why was it necessary to have an organization that specifically looks at people with disabilities?
Actually, it's very important because, you know, people with disability, even from before, are people who have been stigmatized. They've been left out. But we thank actually our government because they've recognized people with disabilities and even empowered the organization such as NONDO to actually empower the talents of the people with disabilities. Yes.
All right. And how do you endeavor to have this preaching peace caravan work, Judith?
Okay, we're intending to start at Ngong this morning, all the way through the river, Kitengela. And actually, during that caravan, it's a way of telling people what we are intending to do, that we should maintain peace, that we should reduce the chances of disabilities that are caused by conflicts during the fighting among the tribes, among the communities. So it's actually a way of creating awareness of disabilities at large. Yeah.
All right. So how do you intend to have this work out, Julius, in terms of, I know the caravan begins in Nairobi and goes towards Athi River, and what's the program like? Yeah,
actually the program is when the caravan started Ngong, they go all through the Athi River, Kitengela, Isinya, and then to Kajiado. And then after that, at least a big group of people, maybe the community will come in and have a program, a discussion on what will happen, because from tomorrow we'll be having other activities like a peace conference, whereby we'll have many people from the communities and other counties joining us to discuss now and the way forward on the NONDO Marathon. And then on Saturday, we'll have now the race. But the most interesting, we have a fashion show on Friday evening. And this one is actually done by the visually handicapped, the blind. So, and this one actually we intend to be a very important activity because it will even reduce the stigma and even make the community be aware that disability is not inability. Yes. All right.
Now, lack of peace, and I know you're going to be going, the main objective is to preach peace, as it were. And lack of peace is a challenge for all and sundry. But I'm sure there's specific, maybe, challenges that you foresee or have experienced when peace is at stake. What are some of those challenges that possibly others may not be able to identify, but you're able to identify?
Okay. Personally, I grew up with disability as a result of poliomyelitis at the age of 4 years. But currently, the number of disabilities, the emerging disabilities, they are caused by conflict. It gave us a situation to raise the awareness that we should be peaceful to reduce this high rate of disability among the nomadic communities. And initially there is a lot of stigma to disability, so it's actually a way of bringing people with disabilities to the light, to interact, to socialize, and to work together with others. Yeah, it's a way of reducing stigma and enhance social participation.
Okay. Julius, the word stigma has come up several times when we talk about people with disabilities. What do you think is the main cause of stigma within the society towards people with disabilities?
Actually, the main cause is one, there are cultural issues. And also, we also have people are not well sensitized on what the person with disabilities can do. Like I personally, I'm a nurse by profession. I got polio at 2 years when I was young. But because I wanted to make sure that the children get immunized to prevention measures of this poliomyelitis, I decided to be the profession I am. But this stigma now, there are people who look at people with disabilities like, even some look like it's a curse. Some look like maybe the parents have committed a certain sin for them to be born the way they are. But so it means a lot of lack of awareness and lack of sensitization of the community. And that's why we see that the NONDO wheel race will help actually create awareness. Show people with disability can also do. The only thing they need to be given is a chance. Yeah.
Okay. And are these part of the things that you're going to be addressing when you have the rally and the competition, especially to do with stigma? Because some of these are cultural, others are just perceptions that people have created over time.
Yes, that is what we are going to create awareness with. Especially we will train parents of children with disabilities so that children with disabilities can have an ownership from the grassroots, from their home level upwards to the society. You see, when we train parents, when we treat the society, the workplace, people will understand and they will take disability as a normal thing. So it's actually a way of training people to change attitudes toward disabilities, and especially to give people with disabilities an equal opportunity to work, to socialize, and even children to play, to go to school. Unlike the many days in our culture, children with disabilities has been left out. Most of them have not gone to school. So when we create awareness of education, when we go back to the society as learned people, as working people, it will automatically change the attitudes of children with disabilities in the society. And the parents will also own this program, and they will just treat a child with disability like any other child in the house. So that one, we have been doing it at the grassroots level. We've been going to the ground, training parents, even training couples, because most of the time there's a lot of challenge among couples. When a child develops disability, parents will start to quarrel. It is not from my gene, it's not from my community. So actually, we also train parents to integrate disability and to own. Yeah. All
right, Julius, as we conclude, basically your comments on who's invited for the event and how it's going to play out.
Actually, everybody is invited, especially the whole community. As we said, also there are different counties coming in, around about 12 counties with their representative. And the whole county, actually, everybody is invited. And we are happy for everybody to come, to listen, and to see. Because actually, as she said, when we create awareness, the goodness, the best part of it is it's us, people with disabilities, who are addressing these issues, who knows actually what happens. We have many issues which are probably a big problem to us.
All right.
Like we have our colleagues who are shoemakers, they are very good in bead, they are very good singers. But when they are given...
They'll all be there.
They'll all be there.
All right. Yeah. We'll have to wind up there because of time. Thank you very much, Judith Nobire and Julia Salzia, for joining us this morning. And just before we wind up, now the sentencing of